I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World's Most Dangerous Podcast. Beez in the building was good. It was
going bar for bar.
Shouts out to the things, man.
Let's get it.
Good.
Hondo up in this piece.
F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T. That fresh out.
What's up, J Camp? You know what time it is.
What's good?
What time is it,
down,
people?
man? What's goody, man?
Man, what's cracking?
Hey,
Hey, we
glad
going
to
in
be with
tonight,
you,
man.
brothers.
Hey,
Glad
we
to be
got
with
a
you,
got a
brothers.
full house already up in here, man. J Camp's in the
We got
building,
the
man.
building.
J Camp was good.
What's good? What's good? Peace to the people.
That's right. Peace to the people. Peace to the people. Iceberg, how you feeling, man?
Man, hey, holding it down, man. Saturday night, man, it's going down.
All day.
B.O.P. though. What's good
Yeah.
with you, man?
Hey, same deal, same deal. Glad to be with you, brothers. Peace to the Podfather. Peace to the Podfather.
Oh man, come on.
Saki K, what's good with you? What's good with you, bro?
What's good?
Peace to the Podfather, though.
What's going
Shout out
down,
to
man?
y'all. Welcome to
Man,
Rap
come on,
City,
man.
No Basement, fresh out, the world's most dangerous podcast. Miss LB is back in the building. What up, though?
Miss LB.
Peace.
What's going on, Miss
What's
LB?
good? What's
Man,
good?
going
She's back.
Back
What's
in the
going down?
building.
Come on, man.
Back
Yeah.
in
Miss
the
LB's up in
building.
here. I told her, man, she got a new boyfriend, man. We going.
Uh-oh.
Come on, man. We gotta beat that dude up, man. Miss LB's in the building, so you
Put
know
some
it's
pause.
gonna be
Salute,
legendary.
salute.
Dog. Straight pause,
Right,
man.
right.
He's talking about the Paul game.
Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Wagwan, man.
What it
What's
do?
happening? What's happening?
What it
Hey,
do?
we got a
man,
dope show
man.
for y'all tonight. Of course, we on time tonight, man. Normally a little late, man. Tonight we on time tonight, man. So we hold it
on
down
time
again.
tonight.
J Camp, Bebo PLB, the Podfather, man. Come on, man.
Oh,
Hey,
you
we
already
just
know.
gonna straight give him that 2-piece with a biscuit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And don't let him look like Steph Curry or nothing like that. We still gonna stay slam that game, man. Paul. You know what I'm saying? What's up? You better not have no
man.
new boyfriend. Miss Carmen's in the
Carmen,
building.
what
what's
up,
good?
though,
What's
Carmen?
good?
What's
What's
going
good, Carmen?
You know how it
Cracking.
goes down the course,
What's
man.
happening? You are
She's
now
holding it down,
in
man.
tune to
Come on.
Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous podcast, Rap City, No Basement. Once again,
Yeah.
let's go with
Yeah,
those
man.
like buttons. Hit the subscribe button if you're feeling frisky. You know, donate a couple of them ducats if you're feeling frisky. If you can, and if not, it's all good. We just appreciate you as always.
It's all love. It's all love.
It's all
Either
love
way,
regardless.
it's all love.
It's all love regardless.
Hey, man. We got a
Money
dope
dance with that.
situation going on tonight, man.
Yeah. Y'all keep coming in. Y'all ain't got to wipe your
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah, we got. Oh, come on, man.
You ain't got to wipe your feet.
Bro.
Be Young,
Nightmare.
aka Nightmare, was
man.
good with you,
Come on,
bruh.
man. Hold it down.
What's
man.
cracking?
Got the lion
Peace.
on his chest too. You know
Holding
what
it
I'm
There
saying?
we
down
go.
for
There we
Facebook,
go.
too.
There we
You
go.
know what I'm saying?
Lionheart.
Hold
All
it down
right.
on FB. What's
Yeah,
good?
man.
Yes.
Man, saying, did y'all hear about the new stat? Come on, man. You know we gonna
Come-
talk
come-
about
come on,
that
come on,
tonight,
man.
Come on, we rocking
Come on
Fresh
now.
Out, man. Hold up.
We on that, big dog. We on it. We gonna bless you
We
with
going
that
in there,
today.
man. Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
Lisa's in the building.
Lisa,
man. Go
what's
State
good,
Warrior
what's
fan. We
good?
see you, man. You know we Lakers
What's
next
good,
over here,
what's
though,
good?
man.
Hello.
Lisa's in here. JB's in
Gene,
here, man.
what up,
Salute,
what
man.
up?
Hold it
Beasley
down,
was
of course.
good. Was
Come
good.
on, man. The line
Salute,
of Judah.
salute.
Come on, man. Salute.
All right.
Line of
Okay.
Judah.
Line of Judah.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Hold it down, of course, man.
No
We like
doubt.
Mm.
Hey, we got a nice show for y'all tonight, but as everybody's coming in, we gotta talk about, man, this DJ drama situation, man. He's
Gangsta
talking about
Grizzle.
that gangsta grizzle. He's talking about, and normally this thing we normally used to seeing gangsta grills with like southern rappers, man, like Outkast, well not Outkast, but Titty Boys,
Jeezy.
and that Jeezy, you know what I'm saying, street cats, you know, streets. But okay, Miss Lee saying go Grizzly. She a Ja fan. So, long story short, though, he's doing.
You're worse for that, Iceberg.
He's
You're the
doing
worst for letting one off.
let the whole clip
Nah.
off.
Them jaws. No,
Man, come on, he's
Them
doing
Ja Wicks.
he's doing Gangsta Grills with De La Soul. different combination, man. But what y'all think about this? Would this be dope or just kind of doing too much, man, for the brand? Because we know the De La Soul brand is straight hip hop, positivity, and we're used to kind of seeing DJ Drama do a little bit of that Josh situation. But J. Kent, what you thinking on this collabo, man? It's kind of unorthodox.
I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, I don't see how you can mess this one up. I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, the De La members is going to have some type of creative control over this. So I mean, I just don't see they would just allow this to be Babbage. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm pretty sure this is going to be another solid one.
Good, Lisa.
You know, especially with De La going to have their imprint on it. I mean, this is we know this is going to be hip hop, extra hip hop,
all day
with cheese.
Okay.
Man,
with cheese on it.
Before Bebo P goes in though, J. Kemp, do you think this is something that some other DJ should have done? Not necessarily a drama, or is this a good crossover a little bit in your opinion?
I mean, to me, it would I have liked it to be like Jazzy Jeff, somebody like that? Of course. But again, with this being De La Soul, the DJ for me makes it a little bit more irrelevant as far as like who's behind it, who's marketing it, who's pushing it, whose voice is over it. We still gonna get them De La bars, which is what we want. Anyway.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe some unreleased bull too.
Facts. K-Town, Keon, what up?
What's up?
What's good? What's good, K-Town? What's up?
Send it to us, bro.
Yeah.
Send it to us.
Shoot it our way.
100%.
Exactly.
All day.
We on that, bro.
Shoot the music our way. Absolutely.
What you thinking on this though, man? With the DJ Drama, aka Nino Beiz's little cousin. What you thinking on this?
Oh again,
man, De La Soul. Everybody go stream all their music. So this is another maybe layer to the rollout.
Yeah, all day, all day. I think that in addition to what Iceberg stated with the ownership of their first 6 albums, plus it, you know, being on the streaming platforms, and you combine that with DJ Drama and, you know, the run, that crazy run that he's been on over the last at least couple years in particular, in that he's working not only with his niche fringe, but, you know, we saw him last year work with Snoop, you know, Jim Jones, he did a Gangsta Grills with. We covered the Simba album that he put out. The Results Take Time.
That was nice too.
Yeah. Oh, the Book of David too by Dave East. So
that was solid too.
Yeah, it was real solid. Too. So you know, and again, you know, the friends such as, you know, your French Montanas and Cash Doll last month, you know what I'm saying? So he's it seems like he's diversifying the style of folks that he's worked with. Oh, last year we can't forget about the Dreamville situation, but I think that this still is a different venture, right? But at the same time, I think it's worth the try because maybe this could get De La Soul music into the ears of people who really haven't heard their classic stuff, in addition to maybe their new material. So I think it's worth a shot. I'm for it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be dope. It'd be crazy if they put some Gangsta Grills artists that we've been used to seeing, or maybe to mix in with some De La Soul. I mean, if you're gonna go all the way, go all the way. You know.
Do you think something like that would fit though, Iceberg?
No, of course it's not gonna fit. But again,
yeah,
like I
mean, I can't see De La allowing that one to happen, man.
Right?
Yeah. It wouldn't get that stamp, and I don't think it'd be like
Titty Boy.
It wouldn't be like any diss, and you know, I'm a Chains fan, so you know, I wouldn't be mad to hear Chains on that, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to hear Chains on it. So
yeah.
You know, I want this to be, I want this to be De La, especially with, you know, with the passing.
Right.
I want this to be 110% De La, maybe a feature or two.
Right.
Facts.
I think that it sounds like they might have a lot of songs in the stash box, because for this to be a Gangsta Grills mixtape goes to show that there's at least one album in the works of maybe post-production, or at least in the stash, just ready for release. So I'm curious as to how many songs De La Soul has together, as far as new music is concerned. But either way, again, I'm for this combination because it's worth the attempt, to say the least. Karma said he was touring with Jeezy and Ross in For the Streets, tour a year ago or so. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, salute to Drama though, for keeping the that pilot light lit, and peace to De La Soul. Oh, speaking of De La, the remaining members, salute to them for that performance they did with Black Thought.
It was dope
on the night show. So yeah,
it was dope, man.
Yeah, real dope show in commemoration of Trugoy.
Well, they always give dope performances, man. But speaking of bad performances, man, we gotta talk about Jay Camp's little cousin, man. He talked to. We gotta talk about Blueface.
Knew those sound effects were coming too.
Oh my God,
well deserved.
If you've been under a rock, man, Blueface. I actually kind of like Blueface. That Tatiana. I like that Tatiana joint.
No, not the iceberg shimmy too.
Yeah.
And you're the worst for that picture in the bottom corner.
Right.
You try to blend it in there,
like we wouldn't spot it.
Right.
I got some Easter eggs for y'all tonight, man. On the slide, I got a couple Easter eggs tonight, man. Shout out Jay, can't find that first one, but Chrisean Rock, I kind of liked her before she got with Blue, and then when she got with Blue, it just went all over the place. Long story short, they got a Tubi show. Not that garbage truck juice. Tatiana. They got a show, but they've been going on podcasts, tours, and it's been getting crazier and crazier every time they do an episode. Yeah. We just found out that she's preggo with that baby, and Blueface is saying, "Hey man, she's not responsible enough to have the kiddo." Jay Camp, man, we've been looking at this joint from far away, man. We don't really check on Blueface and Chrisean Rock, but they're in the news. They are little cousins. What advice can you kind of give? And does this make sense for Blueface? Because a lot of cats is going ham, especially the ladies. They going ham on Blueface. But is it all on Blueface on that side, man? Or just something that this is some Bobby Brown, that offset Bobby Brown swag?
But Blueface kind of act like this all just started. Like we've been seeing just weird behavior from her for a while. Thanks. So to me, he needs to be held accountable for some of the stuff that he was allowing to happen, because it's not like he just had to stay. We all have a choice when it comes to a relationship. Fact. You know what I'm saying? You can choose to dip if it gets to that point, or you can choose to ignore, which a lot of people do ignore things. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Make you do some strange things. But again, is she unfit? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's I mean, from what I've seen, I want to say yes, but I don't know if some of that is like just a front and a facade. You know what I'm saying? People would do anything for the bag. So I don't 100% know, or I can't say for sure if she's like really and truly unfit. Mm-hmm. From seeing her, yes, but I don't know Shorty enough to where I can really just quantifiably say that she's just really, really unfit. But Blueface do got to take an L though for allowing some of this to happen though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he hit her dad, dog, in the mouth and bull. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I mean, you ain't the.
Come on, man.
You ain't the moral bastion of of society either.
Moral bastion,
nah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You are not Gandhi at all. You have not been walking your life with purity.
Right.
So if you're gonna throw her under the bus, like I said, you got to wear that L too.
Facts. Oh yeah, I agree, man. If
salute Imperial Stats in the building too, man.
Imperial Stats.
Imperial Stats, what up?
You know what I'm saying? Beaver, what you thinking on this though, man? With Curren Mr. Piggy?
I think if first off, if Blueface is so concerned about his off and on craze boot thing with YungMiami C Rock not being mentally fit to parent their soon to come newborn baby. Yeah, I know. Then if he's so concerned though, then he shouldn't have procreated with her in the first place. It's just that simple.
You can't go with that. That's a coup. All right, keep going.
It's what it is.
Fact.
I mean, that's where it starts right there.
Yeah.
Why have a kid with her?
If you can't play Mr. Pookie and then try to turn into like Tony Robbins, Les Brown after the fact. You don't get to do that
and make it seem like, oh, it's all on you, shorty.
Yeah, man, she crazy. No, man, you crazy for doing
y'all both on something.
Like you wasn't shooting
crazy.
the club up.
Right. Oh, mad. Man.
Facts.
Nah, but I don't know if he's as sexually attracted to her nowadays, but I know that there's a pair bond. He's a Pookie and YungMiami C Rock, she's a Pookisha. So, freaking frack. So, and whatever's going on with her on the live these days on IG, saying that she might as well consider deleting the situation. It just, not saying that it's actually going to take place, but just hearing that is very disturbing. That's very disturbing, man. So these two are toxic and I'll go ahead. What Imperial saying? He said that baby gonna see UFC fights 24/7 for free. Yep. Right. So they're a match made in Pookieville, and we're just going to continue to see more toxicity. And the one I feel sorry for most is the child.
Absolutely.
In this whole situation and just many others that have come and that are yet to be.
And
we just hope
I'm just curious.
She needs, right?
What percentage of her, I guess, act do you think is an act? Would you say this is like 20% cap that she be doing, or is this like 100%? This is who this chick is.
I think that this is pretty much who she is naturally, but I won't absolve the fact that she is attention seeking. I won't take that away either. So I believe that there's some vibes. Yeah, I agree. But it's not like it's like her being phony with her disposition or being phony with her personality. That's actually her, and that's actually him. But I do think that there's an attention seeking element to answer your question, J Camp. Carmen said she bound to lose that baby to CPS on live. Oh wow. You talk about an episode if that actually happened. Man,
they might be setting up the bull for that.
Yay.
So
that's a
koofy right there. That's definitely
for both you and Carmen.
So I don't know. We'll see what's going on, but we had to talk about, man, because we got love for Blueface. That's our guy, man. Shout out to Whack 100, all our guys on the West Coast, man, that give us that hall pass when we come through.
All day.
Miss LB saying, didn't she?
Dang. That YungMiami C Rock.
Miss LB coming through early.
It's ludicrous. I'm sorry.
Stop it.
Stop your second half.
Right.
Stop it.
Carmen saying she is mostly unstable.
She is.
Again, we talking about this stuff, man, not to make fun of them, but that they hope they get help. And also, if you got some cousins, we all got a crazy cousin, crazy uncle that are going through these same things, man. Talk to them, get them some help, man, because, again, mental health is serious, man. It's not a joking matter. So salute to both of them, man. Not saying they do have it, but they do need to address it. But speaking of something that needs to be addressed too, man, is that YungMiami,
man, with the hen dog in the background too.
You the worst for that.
YungMiami always did have that hen rock though.
Let me tell you something. Shout out to Nightmare.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
never that Fire Marshal Bill. The Bill.
Let me
Grill.
tell you something, kid.
But we gotta talk about YungMiami, man. She's been wilding online. She had a picture where her eyes were yellow. I tried to even put it on there, but it was kind of scary and boo. We know her for having the Hennessy records and wilding out on the songs. And then we see this. She's been out since 2012-ish, you know what I'm saying, 14-ish. A lot of nice records. The girl can spit, you know what I'm saying? Like, no knock at all on the lyrical game. But J Camp, Bebo P, the chat, is this something that needs to be addressed in our music, man? Because if this is what they're promoting, but this is the end result, it's just, and then we hear every song, man, talking about Casamigos, Hennessy. Are we pushing too much alcoholism, substance abuse in the music? Because she was in a little scooter and boo, you know what I'm saying? Like, scooting around. Mm-hmm. And she's young MA. She's a young chick, man. Is this something that needs to be addressed in the lyrics, or is this just what it is?
I think if you are addressing it from like a learning perspective, like if you're trying to teach like the lessons of abuse, and if you're telling a story, I get that. But if you're like promoting it as if this is what you need to be doing, get like me, stunting as a habit, you know what I'm saying? If you putting it out there like that, then that can be a problem, because we know we have too many people in our culture who can't handle any type of alcohol, drugs, or anything, man. We just we just talked about Shorty, who's emotionally unstable. There's a lot of people who listen to that type of music. I don't want to say that type. There's people who listen to hip hop who are emotionally unstable. So if she's pushing it that way, then I do agree that there needs to be some teaching behind that.
I agree.
Versus promotional.
Right. And Miss LB said, bad liver will turn your eyes yellow. You're so right. It's funny you say that, Miss LB, because I believe that there was a report indicating that YungMiami checked herself into a rehab for like an undisclosed reason back in 2021. And recently she admitted that YungMiami admitted that she had went into the hospital not long ago for like a number of health issues. So, just trying to connect those dots without assuming anything, it would appear that there's a possible connection to some overuse of alcohol and or drugs that's been at play for a while. And, we're not a medical expert, but from what I remember just offhand, it could be a possibility that what is it called? Gilbert syndrome, I think is what it's called, or jaundice, it's causing that yellow eye situation, either or. And there could be other situations going on. It could be neither. Again, we're not medical experts, but
even seeing people like on dialysis.
Exactly. And it just seems
their look, it's a certain type of swag that folks have when they own that, man.
Oh yeah, it's just that YungMiami is clearly just battling with some things and bodily symptoms of the yellow eyes and the alleged, scooter wheelchair thingy, and so forth. And there's no judgment from Fresh Out at all. We just want YungMiami to get better and back to a healthier state. And Iceberg, you're right. With the question that you're trying to, lead us to, there is an overuse, and there needs to be a promotion of the opposite. Yes, or that Hep A, B, or C. You're right. A, B, or C can do that.
Hey, shout out Antoine in the building.
Antoine 1486. Peace and salute.
Again, like I said, she was the Hennessy chick. She was the girl popping the bottles, man. Having all the party nights, man. This is scary, man. Like,
oh yeah.
If we bringing all this up, man. If you are kind of going through it, people going through it, man, talk to them about it. And a lot of times, man, it ain't the alcohol. It's something that we going through that makes us hit the bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's not like people are alcoholics. They just got stuff that they trying to deal with, and they self-medicating. So again,
especially
even
after
if
the pandemic too.
even if YungMiami doesn't change, hey man, use this opportunity or this storyline and maybe kind of make it personal and get your stuff together. It's always good for Miss LB to get that Langeray. You know what I'm saying? And a little bit of hen, but the whole bottle, let's cool out. But also on the music, we need to get a little bit more adult, contemporary, and conscious, man, when it comes to the music. And of course, Nas is a sponsor of Hennessy. We're not knocking Hennessy and saying that's the problem.
No, it's just
the
overuse.
fact of sometimes, overuse of anything.
Just teach the ills of it. You know?
Right.
Facts.
Teach the effects. It's a cause and effect of doing that, and you got to teach people like what can happen.
Right. And Touch 182, salute to you. We see you in the building. You're right. We used to push St. Eyes.
Day
At
one.
least we were a little bit more classy with it in 2023. You're right, because with the back then there wasn't like a heavy push. It was just, hey, if you want to just, have this to have a little fun and just in moderation, back in the 90s or whatever. Yeah, that's St. Eyes, the Code 45 with Billy D, and all that. But now it's just with the influx of scissor, with the influx of fentanyl in the whatever. It's there's just a lot more going on nowadays, both in that department with what Iceberg and J Camp said and with what some of you guys are stating. And Khalil, you're right. YungMiami does need some mentorship. So that probably could help. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she needs to go back to rehab if she's not been going.
Now we heard she was in rehab. You know what I'm saying? We heard she was in rehab. So
I just don't know if she still is from 2021. So
Queen, what's good?
Queen
Alexandria loves Puggy. Yeah, appreciate you as well. Welcome.
Carmen saying right can be singing about Seminole lean and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or can't be singing on singing about the lean and bull. Yeah, we get it, man. 100%, man. Salute Carmen in the building. Again, we just talk about these things, man, because again, we want to talk about all the sides of hip hop, man. Just not all the fun side, not the business. We got to talk about some of the dark stuff that happens in hip hop too. So again, man, prayers up to her and her family. Yeah. But again, take this as a lesson, man, and as you move forward this year, man, just stay light, especially when we in Hot Girl Summer. You know what I'm saying? It's the prelims. Right now it's like the Hot Girl Summer Combine. You know what I'm saying? Who can hit it first?
Oh, Berg.
Just be careful, you know what I'm saying? Don't be sorry, ho, be careful. You know what I'm saying?
Do everything in moderation. I don't know about Iceberg with those sound effects, though. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button if y'all haven't yet. We appreciate y'all so much. Fresh out, World's Most Dangerous Podcast, Rap City.
Shay saying is her liver failing?
We're not medical experts once again, Shay, but typically liver failure is a sign of that. That's typically a sign of that. Typically.
Matt saying it's crazy, healthy is wealthy.
Absolutely.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, health is wealth. Absolutely.
Come on, man.
We only get one of these things called bodies that we get. So
that's it. You gotta take care of your temple.
At least in this world. So definitely gotta take care of your temple. That's right.
Speaking of take care of your temple, we gotta talk about our guy, man. Come on. We gotta talk about our guy Birdman, you know what I'm saying? He knows how to take care of Wayne, you know what I'm saying? So
Nah, Iceberg. Not that one. Not that one.
So long story short, first of all, Birdman, you gotta respect him. You gotta salute him. You gotta put Hold on,
absolutely.
You gotta put respect on his name. I remember being in college, man, and J Camp giving me a CD or whatever you want to call it back in the day, Cash Money. And I would see how they moved, and the music was crazy. And you got to respect Birdman, Brian Williams, for making all those things happen. He was basically talking about the 50 greatest list of rappers from Billboard and Vibe. But he was like, hey, man, what about the CEOs, though? You know what I'm saying? What about the guys who bring in the money? You know what I'm saying? So, again, he's like, hey, man, why do they not have the list? And why ain't I number one on the list? Stop the cap. J Camp, is Birdman hip hop's #1 CEO of all time?
I can't give him #1 CEO of all time, but he's definitely top 5 though. I mean, Birdman, if you go by the Billboard list alone, now I'm not giving Billboard's list any credibility, but when you look over Birdman and Slim's career since like 91, 92, I mean, they done put out a lot of crazy records, and they got some artists that are, I mean, for this new gen, they icons to them. But I would not put him #1. I mean, I wouldn't put him over like Suge, Russell Simmons. I mean, there's cats I would put above. I mean, Suge had Dre, Snoop, and Pop at one point in time. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
He had them at one point in time. So there's no way I would give Birdman 1. But he's definitely, he deserves his flowers though. Birdman has been a staple in hip hop.
Facts.
And you know, and basically like when things started to kind of change with streaming and all that, Birdman was the face. He was in the forefront of streaming all his artists from Drake to Wayne to Nicki. They was doing big heavy numbers, man. So salute to Birdman for that. But you're not #1 on my list as far as CEOs.
Mine neither.
J Camp said no. Shout out to Fab D in the building. Hold up.
Fab D.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. 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 Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
One more again, Iceberg, for the people in the back.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Right.
Get his snips. Shout out to Pusha T on that.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I mean, you can even argue too that Master P, he's up there too. I mean, he paved the way.
Well, this is the thing.
Fab
is saying Irv Gotti on the list. You got to give Irv some swag for that Murder Inc. until Jay-Z Snitchy went in. Touch is saying Leor. You got to give Leor some swag a little bit.
Easily.
Fab saying top 10 C. I need a top 10. We gonna put one in. Nightmare saying Russ, Suge, Jay, Master P, Jay Prince
are above him.
Are above him.
Some might even say Tony Draper, like Drake.
Tony Draper, yeah.
Tony Draper, yep.
Bebo P, what you thinking though? Just focusing on Birdman right now, is he the greatest? If not, who?
He's not the greatest. The name that I think about is Master P for the time being. I mean, because the man, he grinded ever since like the early 90s as an artist. He, soon after created his own label. He brought his troops with him, the No Limit roster, TRU
80-20 too.
Yeah, yeah.
80-20 was crazy, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But here's the thing. After he became so successful, I mean, mega successful in the music front, he took like a vast portion of his revenue from music and put it into a multitude of business ventures that are just phenomenal. I mean, there's just so many, real estate, telecommunications, clothing, films. I mean, a long list. But here's the other factor that I take into account. Percy takes the top slot because his influence is cross-generational from that golden era to even current date, whereas most of those others
from
can't.
Tapes to actual streaming services. That's a lot, man.
And and even this generation, even cats in this generation are talking about how much they look up to Master P, but they don't necessarily say that about the Russell Simmons. Shout out to Russell. You know what I'm saying? They're not saying that about who else is there? So many, but Master P is one of the only cross-generational cats from an entrepreneur standpoint. And and along with that, he's motivating people out and about to say, hey, look, I got all this, but y'all could do the same thing too. You got to put into some hustle and grind, but regardless of your circumstance, you could be here too. You know what I'm saying? But not everybody's doing that. A lot of people are just kind of stuck in their own silos. So, much respect to them all, but I'd have to say and this is just an off the cuff answer, but I have to say Master P. DJ Scanlon says Suge can't be number one. When Dre left and Pac died, a lot of artists weren't paid, but Death Row had the potential to be a billionaire dollar.
But if we just talking roster, and I think at least that's what I was just thinking, like who just had like the best roster of talent. It's hard to argue that Suge is not way up there, because if you had Dre, Pac, and Snoop again at some point, all under the same umbrella, that's heavy, man.
I think there's so much.
Hold on. First of all, salute to DJ Scanlon in the building.
Salute.
Of course.
Absolutely. Always.
Imperial Stats is saying Suge was a mess.
Yeah.
Miss LB
he was definitely a mess.
How are you a good CEO? And that, I want to put a coup for him before that. Let's put a coup. Hold on. How can you be the best CEO when you're kissing your artists?
Ooh.
Y'all didn't see that Easter egg
Iceberg
over here.
went there.
Y'all didn't see that Easter egg.
Yeah, we see it. We see it.
We've seen it. We've seen
Okay.
it.
No.
So how can you finesse? Because this is the thing. Your guy from Maryland just lost his job because one of his assistants was some of those players. So how can you do the same when you're trying to finesse your artist? The other thing too is, and then also most people said they never got paid from Birdman.
Right.
So how can you be the best CEO when you don't pay your people?
Correct.
Stop the cap.
Couple
The
that
other
with,
thing-
yeah, go
The
ahead.
other thing that we didn't say is, where do we put Puff? Because if I go off what Jay Kemp said, which is to me the standard is your artist. Well, never mind. I just killed my own argument. He had the roster. He had the roster. But then I keep on thinking the end result of all the artists, they were all gone.
Which we talked
Exactly.
about.
And that was the point that
So-
Scandalous was making. But I'm just saying, when you look at the roster, though, I mean, Puff had a squad. He did.
But I think there's so much more. There's several other variables that go into
sustainable. But usually, when you have a lineup like that, is typically not sustainable. At least we've seen it throughout history.
What happened to that boy?
check. What happened to that check?
What happened to my
that
money?
check?
Because we've seen cats leave Def Jam during its peak.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, and that's the thing. I think a lot of folks predicate or solely base this type of question off of roster and music catalog, and then they just kind of leave it there for the most part. And again, there's just so many other things that could be taken into account. Fab D said not all payments are in the form of cash, Bitcoin, hugs, and kisses. Oh man.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I mean, all those labels had a run though. I mean, that's kind of my thing. Like,
They had a run. Yeah. Absolutely, you're right. Oh, we
Bad
can't leave
Boys,
out
Death
Steve
Row.
Rifkin. Steve Rifkin was he's up there too from Loud Records.
yeah,
We can't leave him
absolutely.
out. Steve Rifkin, 50 Cent. He's up there too. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still killing it on the business venture front from a hip hop space. So yeah.
Birdman was also saying he was talking about P over from QC from Quality Control with Lil Baby, Migos, Megan the Mule. Do I even have that still up on here? Yeah, I do. Megan the Mule.
I can't do that just simply because when you compare it to the Russell Simmons and the Steve Rifkins, the Master P's who have done it for like way longer than Quality Control.
Yeah,
there's the Quality Control.
Spot on
they have
Big P. Facts.
they're far behind
Facts.
they're behind the line.
Dante Cole.
Man,
I mean,
Yeah.
and you can say, and Rockefeller was doing their thing for longer too. I mean,
Yeah.
so,
What about
Rockefeller,
Russell? What about Russell
yep.
though?
Russell. Would y'all put Dame Dash up there? I mean, I saw a Jay-Z comment. What about Dame, who was the original CEO?
I thought about Dame.
Does Dame
I thought about Dame.
does his legacy get a little washed because of how it ended?
And
I mean, the
some
dude was
people's
innovative.
eyes,
The dude
but-
had the logo on a Mercedes-Benz drive around town.
But he was responsible for it.
For the downfall?
No, not for the downfall. He was responsible for it taking off though at one point in time.
Facts,
Because
facts,
remember, because
yeah,
he
I
had
agree.
Hove, Cam. He was responsible for that.
Yeah, he was.
Can you
And
agree with? Can
and
you at least agree
Kanye
with
still gives him props for starting.
Yeah,
Bingo.
yeah, facts. Can we give Nightmare props and say that Diddy is actually over Birdman?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'd say
absolutely. Yeah,
it did.
yeah, I
I put
would.
Diddy with Birdman.
I agree.
I would too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do too. Darren Harris in the building.
Oh yeah, Jay Prince. Yeah,
Jay
Darren Harris
Prince.
was good.
I thought we mentioned Jay Prince earlier, but maybe we didn't.
Yeah, we did. Nightmare had put it in the
Hey.
comment section.
What about what Imperial Stats is saying? Which CEO
Man, that's a
got
great
the cleanest
question.
slate?
That's a great question too.
That's a great
'Cause-
question.
Ooh,
Who got the clean slate though?
I
Is it
can't
Master
think.
P?
There's some controversies, but it could be Master P. I can't think of anything in relation to Steve Rifkind offhand.
That's a good question, man.
That is a good question.
That's a great question.
But I think what comes with being a great CEO too, you gotta have some. There's going to be some level of controversy. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to, depending on the controversy
And
itself.
plus, you
of course.
like it's like Beanie Siegel. You can't always just your artist gonna be wilding. You know what I'm saying? You can't
Yeah.
always make the best for them and tell them what to do.
Your artists,
Frank's
and
is saying
other background people.
last year was having a debate with my people, and I realized Talib not even a top 10 Brooklyn MC.
Ooh.
Damn. Ugh, I kind of
Ooh.
almost agree.
Man.
Ooh,
Man.
That's a quote of the night. Miss
We'll
LB
have
saying-
to rank
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
We have to
yeah.
just rank Brooklyn cats
Yeah, we gotta do a
Oh,
Brooklyn
to,
top
to
10.
see where Talib would even land.
Damn, Frank, you came in here with the
Yeah.
bomb. Salute Frank's. Miss LB saying Dame's definitely up there.
yeah.
Carmen
You
saying
got to give
oh,
Dame his props. I mean, you got to.
hot tub kisses.
Oh, hold on. There we go.
Ugh.
P Diddy.
Yeah.
P Diddy.
Nino Beige in the building.
Ooh,
down, of
Nino
course.
said none of
Good.
them. Who do you have then, Nino?
Nino, who you got then if it's none of them? Jimmy Iovine. I was about to get to the luminary today so I can hear that Talib. Is it worth it? We're going to be talking about that tonight.
We're going to talk about it, Antoine.
We're going to talk about it. Come on, Madlib. Come on, man. You know. Yeah, let's go there. Yeah, facts. He's saying Talib overrated. We're going to be talking about that tonight too, man. Stick in. We're going to be talking about that. Pause.
Yeah.
Irv Gotti. I mean, listen, we're going to have a CEO list. Maybe J Kemp and people can bless us with one.
I mean,
But-
Darren dropped a bomb right there. I mean,
He did.
Irv is up there. I mean, you think
Touch
about
is saying Talib better than Smooth the Hustler.
Is Talib better than Smooth the Hustler?
Oh, excuse me.
Oh boy, what a
Ooh.
question.
That's rough. That's
What
rough right there.
a
I'm a Smooth the Hustler
question.
cat.
I mean, the broken language, man.
Broken language. Come on.
Ooh. Man, you know what?
Oh, man.
I
That's
would
kinda hard to
almost have
say.
to say Smooth though. I would have to say Smooth.
Talib, Imperial saying Talib.
He
slept
did.
On, he went off on that.
He
on that
did.
Black
He
Star.
did.
He did.
went
Oh,
off.
he killed that.
Yeah,
He
he
killed
did.
it.
Ranking
You know,
Brooklyn
most
cats,
is
I
just
think.
different. Most is different.
Antoine
you
saying
know.
at least 7 to 8 over Talib.
No,
Okay.
100%, including most.
Oh, Nino Bay said there's no best CEO.
Nino
Rifkin.
saying he's
Rifkin
he agreed with
maybe,
two people. He
okay.
said Rifkin, man. Steve.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Steve Rifkin from Loud Records.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, man,
Yeah.
you don't hear a lot of people pooping on him,
Rifkin
man.
was
Real
crazy.
talk.
Oh yeah, Rifkin.
Yeah,
He put on
Rifkin's
he
serious.
Crazy roster.
Loud Records had the Wu-Tang Clan, Big
Fab
Pun.
went back though.
Big Pun.
Yeah.
Um,
Terror Squad, Fat Joe and them.
Fab went
Mobb
back on
Deep,
Jimmy Hitchman though.
I could have sworn CNN was
Jimmy Henchman.
was
Wow.
on Loud too. Wasn't Capone and Nori on Loud? I could have sworn.
I
Yes, it
believe
was.
so.
Yeah.
I believe
At least
so.
that first album.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The War Report. I think so.
Yeah.
Fab
I
saying
thought the
Jimmy
War
the
Report was on there.
Hitchman, man.
Ooh.
I think he was more manager, not CEO, correct?
I thought he
Probably
was
more manager, but yeah, that's what I thought. Imperial Stats said he didn't like What was it? Oh wait,
he said he didn't like the beats on the new Black. I thought the beats was slapping though.
I thought so too.
Hey man, nobody said Jermaine Dupri.
Hey,
no, I thought about it.
You can't leave out JD. He's definitely up there. He's up there too.
Yeah, I mean, because JD, when you talk about like, shoot, well, Mariah Carey technically wasn't on So Def, but
he brought her back though.
He did so much music for her.
He did.
Damn, they're a whole album.
Yeah. Shout out to Jermaine Dupri too. Antoine 1486 said he thought the beats were dope. Yes, agreeing.
Yeah,
all of us.
And like I said, we're gonna have to get like we gotta make a list of that and a list of CEOs, man, and kind of go in on that. But again, I think what J. Kim and B-Roll said was, hey man, can you get your artists where they can build a catalog and eventually sell it or own it? And that's what we talking about with our guy Metro Boomin, man.
Metro Boomin wants some more.
Nigga. We gotta talk about Metro Boomin. Shout out to him, man. We're gonna be talking about him tonight too, because he dropped another remix, of course, with Sus and the Hot Tub. But Metro Boomin just sold his catalog, put out the money, Bebo P.
It was only a portion though, right?
Yeah, he put just a portion. Yeah, just sold a portion. But normally, when they buy the portion, they're buying normally your hits. You know what I'm saying? They're not buying your B-sides. So he probably sold a little bit of those hits, especially for the 70. J. Kim, we ask you this every time, man. Same thing with you, Bebo. In the chat, y'all got to chime in. Is this a good look to sell your hits, man, while they hot because of the AI situation we talked about, because of some of the things that some of these artists have to pay for and they're trying to basically get out of their deals? Is this a good look before maybe something happens with some of the music and some of the publishing?
Man, I'm always like on the fence with this because I just firmly believe in holding on to your creativity. You know what I'm saying? That's what you create, especially if you selling your classics.
Right.
You spent the time in the studio. You spent time with the pen. You just a bunch of man hours in there with
salute to Ruby.
You know, with DJs and A&Rs and other artists, man. It's
fighting
help.
To get those
like,
samples cleared.
It's just you can't get that time back. You know what I'm saying? To me, you selling that.
Facts.
Which I get. Some of the bags are just ridiculous bags that you getting. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, though, why can't your kids hold on to that? Because that's legacy music. You know what I'm saying? Why can't your kids have that to be able to say, look, man, my pops made, or my mom made this. Like, this is it. Because I feel like some of this stuff is it's gonna age gracefully. So hold on to some of it. It might be worth more, but I also understand it too from the whole AI situation, which is scary. You know what I'm saying? And so many things that people can do now with these new packs and stuff. You know, there can be a digital Metro Boomin out there who can make the same type of beats and then say it's Metro Boomin. You know,
Facts.
so
yeah,
true. But yeah, I'm just on the fence, man, because I just believe in holding on to your artistry.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, we preach that all the time. Every time some topic of this nature comes up, there's definitely been like a slew of A-list artists selling off their music catalogs for at least no said reason as of the date of this live and video. And there's no details regarding what songs and what of his catalog did and didn't get sold. But I would imagine, just at least from the outside looking in on this, Metro, he might have got off okay depending on the specifics, because it's not like, and no disrespect at all, but it's not like he's got like an absolute undeniable classic single
facts
or album. So
100%.
I say that actually to give him, props, to some degree as a possibility, because he can recreate to some degree what he sold off, at least, and rebuild.
Yeah,
but you can't
make another hit. He can make another
right. But you can't recreate, or at least I don't see Dr. Dre recreating a Chronic. I don't see him recreating the 2001 album, which actually Shamrock, who purchased Metro Boomin's, catalog to some degree. They're slated to purchase Dr. Dre's classics as well. So he could have got, Metro could have got off okay. But again, this is just from a preliminary outside looking in situation. We don't know all the specifics. Like you said, J Camp, there's the AI factor that could be. He could rebuild his catalog over a short period of time. And
but you made a great point though, Bebo P, because I believe he can easily recreate some of the stuff that he did before because of that style. And that's not a knock on Metro Boomin. That's
not
really,
at
like
all.
you said, that's giving him flowers. Because it's like, man, if I can sell this for 70 million, I got 40 of these.
They're pushing him over to that the weekend lane anyway. We're gonna be talking about that here in a minute. But what about what Miss LB is saying as far as it seems that these artists are also either living above their means or not managing their money properly, that makes them need to sell it because they need that money up front.
That's a
Is that also another possibility? J Cam and Bebo P.
Strong possibility.
It's a possibility. I do think I still have a question mark in my mind because it's not just in the rap sector. We're talking about like your Bob Dylans as well. We're talking about
Justin Timberlake.
I think Shamrock purchased, who was it? Taylor Swift's as well.
Yeah, Taylor Swift too. And we know she ain't struggling.
Right. Struggling. Not to say that they those type of cats can't mismanage their money, but there's still kind of a question mark up there. But Power 7 Hundo said, speaking of AI, did y'all hear this Ricky Astley AI cover of Billie Jean? It's getting scary out here.
It's getting spooky.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing that they scaring these dudes on. Is like, hey man, you may not be able to make that. You may be able to make some new music, but they can basically take your cadences from other stuff, man. So now you got to come out with something new. So maybe that's the situation too. Fab is saying this reminds me of Nas putting his daughter, executive producer on Stillmatic, to get the royalty checks for the rest of her life. Later, DJ Khaled did the same with his son. Facts. And that's what J. Kent was basically saying is like, why can't you say this stuff for your kids?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because again, that's gonna eat that publishing is gonna eat. You can blow some cash, man. We done seen some NBA players blow cash. It's hard to blow your publishing, man. That's always guaranteed money, especially with the hits.
Exactly. Imperial Stats said he knows Metro make Future beats, and Imperial's never liked Future, so he ain't listen.
He rocked with Gucci Mane actually before he rocked with Future, to be honest.
That's true.
He was with Gucci Mane first.
Franz said he told his people years ago that autotune was the origins of the AI artist. The audience has been groomed for almost 2 decades to dismiss the organic vocals in pop music. It just goes to show. You are so right, Franz.
Hey man, spot on.
So true.
He's also saying the AI artist doesn't need to have royalty checks, doesn't need insurance, intellectual property, and the sole control of the label. The perfect 360 deal.
Look at Franz dropping bombs
tonight, man. God bless.
Oh
salute.
Yeah, definitely salute. Hey, check out that episode. I think we talked about a couple 2-3 weeks ago where we covered this topic of the AI, soon to come AI advancements of and how it can threaten the rap industry and music industry as a whole. Touch 182 said Franz ain't lying. Manning agrees as well.
Yeah, man. It's getting crazy.
It's crazy. Absolutely. So yes.
Again, salute to Metro Boomin. You know, he's a part of that community, so he's doing his thing. But like I said, man, it's getting spooky, man. Real talk. It's getting real spooky.
Yeah, a lot of cats are shook out here in the industry.
Speaking of shook, we got to talk about our guy Coolio, man. R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
This dude probably one of the most legendary cats, man. That damn near most people only know 2 songs from the cat, but his career was crazy. You know what I'm saying? We still talk about it to this day, and he passed away. Most people know him for that. We're living our life in the gangster paradise. You know what I'm saying?
Don't ever try to sing it like
that. And you remain.
No.
Dude, we got to talk about Gangsta's Paradise, man. First of all, I'm Aubrey, light-skinned seal. Let's be clear.
Aubrey.
So let's talk about Coolio and how dope he is. But we gonna talk about how dope
You snatched
he
that
is.
off like somebody snatched Glorilla's wig at that concert, bruh.
Right.
Crowd surfing. Nah, bruh.
Right.
But again, Coolio, man, like real talk, man, he was like one of the dudes that ushered in like LA music besides Death Row to MTV and that
Sure
culture,
did.
man. Before that was like the BT countdowns and all that
Right,
stuff. Coolio was one of the main
commercialism,
dudes. Yeah, he commercialized a lot of stuff, man. The low riders and Daytons and all that
Salute
with the music.
again.
You got to salute to him. He's got a his estates put out an album. It's called Long Live Coolio. They just got a new single. We're gonna be talking about that later in the show. But what's your thoughts on Coolio, his legacy, and why we're still talking about him to this day? And is it deserving?
I mean, you just said it, Iceberg. I mean, that dude was cool before it was cool to be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially like, I don't want to say that he brought that G-Funk to the forefront.
Yeah.
But to your point, bringing it to MTV so fiercely, the way he did it, with the Carson Dailies and all that type of stuff, man. And those two songs that he had were just heavyweights.
The videos was crazy too.
They were heavyweights. I mean, people who grew up watching The Box, you heard Coolio, Bone, and
Boom, 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 boom.
What's your boys? I got 5 on it. I mean,
The
Looney.
Loonies.
The Looney.
Yeah.
That's what you heard.
Yep.
You heard them 3 joints.
Iceberg. Again.
Oh, and that E40 and that Sprinkle Me.
Sprinkle
You
me,
heard
man.
them 4 joints came on the box.
Nah, Iceberg again.
Yeah, all day, every day. All day, every day, man. So Coolio just had a huge impact culturally.
Yeah, he did.
Because of
Aubrey Seal.
those heavy songs.
Oh yeah.
And he was featured on a lot of people's albums.
Posse cuts, posse
He done
cuts.
a lot of posse
Now
cuts,
this thing,
man.
Coolio can spit though. Like I don't.
Oh, yeah.
People
Yeah.
Coolio can
He
spit,
can rap.
man. Real
Oh
talk.
yeah.
He didn't give his props for that,
He
man.
can rap.
Oh yeah.
BOP, what you thinking though, man, on this Coolio swag and also this album? Like, look,
He
we
was
like again.
cool before
your
cool,
favorite,
man.
Your favorite album last year was the Five Dog joint that the estate put out, and it was crazy.
At
And
the
they get a lot
time,
of
at the
fanfare.
time when it came out, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
either or,
yeah.
it was a good album. Do you
Yeah,
think
very
this will have
great
the same impact on the West Coast as far as Coolio's fan base and the LA swag, just like the one that they did with Five Dog? Will it have the same impact?
I think that we'll have to see when the album comes. I think that we would like to think that the cultivation by way of post-production will cause it to be a noteworthy album of similar nature. It's got to be that post-production, and it's hard to tell as to how. Let's see. Coolio is Flame. B Young said ID, aka Aaron. Hell no.
I miss you.
Oh,
talking
wow.
to you, baby.
Never that.
Man. No. Right. Anyway. Right. Aaron, hail to the
I
no,
miss
to the no. No, but it's
Do
hard
we
to
know
tell.
who's producing it, BOP? Do we know who like the main producers are?
No,
Or have we not
because-
heard
Well,
that
we
yet?
do know that Two Shorts on there. There's definitely some Bay Area joints. That's
from
on
Naughty
the
and
joint.
Nate, from Naughty by Nature.
They're trying to
is on
keep
there.
it like 90s. You know what I'm saying? Early 2000s.
And they've never been on a Coolio album to my recollection, so that is kind of
Right.
new. The first single, like Iceberg said, we're going to talk about is definitely tried and true kind of West Coast, not kind of, it is West Coast music. So again, we'll just have to see when it's all said and done. But hey, rest in peace and ongoing condolences to Coolio.
And this is his
loved ones.
estate and his manager, Jerez. So it's his people doing it. So they're gonna do it right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be like Swiss Beats over here putting let's put a Lotto on there. Like
I think you might be onto something, because I did see somewhere, you're the worst. I did see that his girlfriend right before passing helped out with finding the person who did tombstones for like Nate Dogg and other folks of prominent nature who had passed on, and like designed it in a way that's still special, because he got cremated, Coolio did. So for them for the family to still get a tombstone for people to look at and visit and whatnot to some degree. It goes to show that there's a level of care that they had for him, and hopefully that translates to this upcoming Long Live Coolio album. Manis said, my soul 1997 was very underappreciated, but he liked it. See you when you get there. Yeah. Oh, it was a very underappreciated album. Franz said, peace. Y'all love,
man.
Franz, come back, man.
Hey, we got love for you.
Come back through, bro.
Man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely come back through, man.
Imperial Stat said y'all should watch his interviews. He was funny as
100% Imperial.
That's just his personality.
100%.
Yeah. Lali, is this hey, she's from Holland. Yeah. How did Coolio pass? I think the manager believes it was from cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
The manager believes it was from cardiac arrest from what I last saw.
That's what was told. Yeah.
And salute from Holland too, man. We need some of that.
Yeah.
Swag. You know what I'm saying? Salute in the building.
Salute.
Right.
Man saying it's too high, homie, too high. Gotta make some sense from that mess that we made.
Right.
Hey, we
love the
salute
Holland.
you rocking with us too, you know. Salute.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Swag.
Nightmare saying he was on a lot of those soundtracks too in the 90s.
Oh, he was on a bunch of them.
Come on,
he was on a bunch of soundtracks.
Joints. So like I said, salute to Coolio, man. We're gonna be talking about him here in a minute.
Coolio was relevant for a long time.
Fact still is, in my opinion, man.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Like a Nate Dogg, Snoop cat. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about him.
Oh, and shout out to Dub C in the Mad Circle. He was originally a member of that collective before, doing his solo run. So salute to Coolio again.
And wasn't nobody rocking the braids like that either.
Right.
He kept it. He kept
it funky.
Even to the last few strands.
Exactly.
That he had right before passing. Hey, he kept it Coolio all right.
Hey man. Speaking keeping it cool, man, we gotta talk about our guy Statik Selektah. He got the hood pass always from us, man. Salute to Statik Selektah. He gotta come on.
He trying to hop on that top producer list.
Hey man. He's
there,
man. Come on, man. He's there.
He's up there, man.
That Bum B situation, a lot of records that we putting out, man. He's been basically touching everything in the game, man, on that level.
Memlo was dope.
Yeah, come on.
Yes.
He's just been off the chain with it, man. Pause. But he's brought together Meth, Ghost, Raekwon on this new joint, Unpredictable. I think Antoine just said the joint, Expect to Get the Deck, Salute. I think Antoine just said that earlier. This is only somebody like Statik Selektah can bring these guys together. J. Kemp, what's your thoughts on this record, man, coming in?
Fire, man. Coming off that Memlo joint, where he killed the production on that. He took it up another notch on this one.
He did.
And this is what we wanted RZA to do for the members. Go ahead, throw that out there, man.
Damn, J. Kemp.
Can we get Statik Selektah to go ahead and produce the whole
man?
Because this is what we needed. This is what we've been waiting on.
God damn, J. Kemp.
You know what I'm saying?
What good motherfucker this we did? God damn, we good.
Elementary might get
gotta get mad.
Nigga just
almost gotta get mad at RZA,
dog. God damn.
Almost gotta get mad at RZA, man. You know what I'm saying?
This flame RZA.
But Deck came out of course, Deck opened this like Deck typically does. Just blazed this one.
He did.
Blazed this one. I mean, everybody did their thing on this, man, but it was just so good to hear just these dudes in rare form again, man. To me, that's why I salute Statik Selektah all day for bringing it out of them, because I've been waiting to hear this type of woo track for a while. But this is dope, though. This is dope, people.
Fab D just dropped. Yeah, it is dope. It is dope.
This is a dope joint, man. Dope joint, man.
Oh yeah, it's definitely dope. Though it's not the same. Let me actually start here. This Wu-Tang Clan track is a great single to prime the pump for the soon to come project that's slated to be on Statik Selektah's album called Round Trip. Inspect the Deck, like J. Camp said, he just set this track off just right. And even though it's not the same, Deck's verse on Unpredictable oh man, I'm just saying, Rebel INS. It's synonymous to like that Trump verse, not the same, but it's synonymous to the fact that, oh shoot, this is so fire, that's got to set this off.
Stop.
I'm telling you. I mean, Ghostface Killa right afterwards with his dope verse. And one of the aspects of his that stood out was the fact that he said that he was the first in 1995 to rock the Jesus piece. And Ghost also takes us back to his Iron Man album days where, you know, he just had where he had a gang load of wallabies that reminded me of
I agree,
every time that
Imperial.
we that reminded me of Vic Spencer, you know, when we interviewed him. And definitely
we need Statik to do a whole entire album.
Raekwon was beautifully in the pocket on this track, as the chef always does. And I even like the line where he said, because most folks might not catch it, the crashing up Cullinans, Royce give me a holler. Yeah, so it's like, okay, if you don't know your Rolls Royce game, you know, this is a hint. Step it up, and this is a hint. And Method Man, he just finalized. Method Man finalized this song just epically with just the killer wordplay, killer flow. Even with that
the
line,
second time we've heard Method Man in 2023. Where he's gonna win bananas.
Yes. Even with that line where he said you get line quicker. What did he say? Hold on. You get line quicker. I'm fitting on with all your line sniffers. I said, oh, okay. Yeah. So definitely check this track out, man. This is that type of beat like J Camp was indicating that should be on either the next Wu album. This type of production, and this is the type of production that should have been on the album that had Method Man, Ghostface, and Ray. I forgot what slipped my mind.
Why
it was just that? Three. It was just those three. It wasn't not the Wu block, but what was the? Oh, gosh, y'all might remember
that though.
Yeah, but yeah, check this one out. Definitely check this one out.
Hey, this is a fire. Before we get off of this joint, do you think they got some more like new music coming from those guys?
I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. It seems like this might be a compilation of sorts for Statik Selektah's album, so I'm sure there's going to be more. But I definitely think that Statik Selektah needs to be a part, as Ghostface and Raekwon have been emphasizing for the last several years. There needs to be different producers, maybe in addition to RZA for the next Wu-Tang Collective. You got to have a Statik Selektah. You got to have an Alchemist. You know, you just got to go all in. Best
because they deserve the best production.
Well, actually, Imperial. I think the last I saw, this was a few years ago. Ghostface was supposed to head the next Wu-Tang Clan album, and then RZA was still going to kind of play kind of a back role, but still an as needed role, if you will. Yeah,
man, we don't none of them Bobby Digital beats on there. You know the latest Bobby. Nah, that was the worst. I was so upset with RZA.
Man, actually, you know what? He didn't produce that. He didn't produce that. Was who was that? DJ.
I forgot who produced it, but it's not playable.
DJ Prince. Paul.
Probably.
He's the guy that produces the Gravediggers albums. But yeah.
I mean, Prince Paul's dope. We know he's dope.
Prince Paul.
RZA signed off on that. He could have been like, nah, I ain't feeling nothing. I ain't feeling these, and still try to rap over it.
Yep. And Touch 182, Meth did take the track, and Imperial Stat said RZA need to fall back, maybe do some interludes.
He just needed to find all the Kung Flu. Find all the Kung Fu stuff and put that on the albums.
Salute the Mama Bear in the building.
Mama.
That Harley Quinn was dope too, Mama.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We need more cheeks for 2023. You know what I'm saying? Especially with Trump going into prison, he needs something to look at. You know what I'm saying? Give him some of them cheeks.
Stop.
You know what I mean? DJ Scratch.
DJ Scratch. Yes.
That's facts.
Definitely Scratch. Mathematics. Alchemist would make Fourth Disciple. He's always been one of the nicest in the Wu Elements collective.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
They sound.
They do sound revived, man. When you got good production, good production will revive any artist.
Sure will.
Who's dope.
Well, J Camp, Jay, this thing. I'm glad you said that, J Camp, because good production should revive you, but not Sus Diddy though.
Stop it.
Sus Diddy still in that water. Salute the Metro Boomin.
Salute.
Came out with a little dope record, man. This is one of them pop joints, man. When you out with your co-workers, man, getting a little drink, and they play this joint, you know what I'm saying? You gotta
Stop it.
do one of these little moves right here. Keep it tight, keep it tight right here. The Weeknd, and they try to, like, this is the remix of the Creepin joint that was on his album of Villains and
Heroes and Villains.
Yeah, Heroes
Yeah,
and
Heroes and
Villains.
Villains.
Heroes and Villains. He got that snarf haircut, but Leo.
Lionel.
But salute the Metro Boomin.
Mama's coming, Lionel.
Snarf haircut. Snarf.
Oh my goodness.
They got a dope cover for this little single. It's kind of like the comic book joint. We love that. The only thing that was sus on here was Diddy's, like, we know somebody wrote the joint, but it was butt. What was your thoughts on this, J Camp? As a poppy record, you know what I'm saying? It's not a hip hop joint, but we showing love to Metro, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's definitely a other delegation type of joint.
Can you get on my freaking grass?
It's the same crowd that Beyonce is going for, that Drake did on his last little project, the one before the 21 Savage joint. It's going towards that delegation. I mean, that's what it's going for. You got to have your glow sticks.
I know. Your glow sticks?
You got to have your glow sticks.
Dog.
Man. You got to have, it's almost like a techno.
Yeah.
You need that. So it's for that delegation. I mean, it's probably dope.
Yeah.
It's not something I'm going to be jamming, but, it is what it is.
Yeah.
What say you, though, Bebo P?
I'll start off with what Iceberg mentioned, which was the artwork for this single. That has that comic book vibe. I was just thinking about, for some reason, Czarface, because
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Doom, Czarface.
Doom as well. Yep, Doom as well. This is just that contingent. So this is kind of a first to see.
And actually, Sean P has some.
Oh yeah, absolutely, with the Monkey Bars album and all that. Yeah.
That Rave Vibe J Camp, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's got the rave.
I think this.
If you a Molly popper, if you on that Molly, they gonna be at the rave joint. They gonna be like,
one more again. Come on, Iceberg, one more again. I'm ready, Iceberg.
Bobby Offset Brown.
Nah, but anyway,
this red in the building. What's going down?
It was good.
Hey, we see
this remix
with the cakes. Oh, we see.
Uh-oh.
We see with the cakes, Red.
All right, Redmond.
But this is the thing. We know where to play this at, but is it a dope record? And what was your thoughts on Diddy kind of revitalizing those doo-doo bars that he had on there?
I think
it sounded like he was drunk. He's like, I want to do it all again. Like,
You're right. He was groggy sounding. You could tell it was a ghost written situation, and he didn't even. His verse wasn't
groggy.
Yeah.
Hey man, do that verse over, man. You sound groggy,
man. You can't say that to me. Ice Diddy.
Put that.
I don't have to take this.
We're gonna do the whole verse in the hot.
I don't have to take this. Where's YungMiami at?
Oh, we heard she's pregnant too. We're gonna talk about it on Wednesday. But long story short,
but real quick,
is this something that you're gonna play again?
I won't, and I'm not gonna say it's a bad song, because I think The Weeknd did okay to redo the rendition of what Mario initially did. Right. Diddy didn't even rap about being cheated on or anything like that. In fact, I'd argue that 21 Savage bested him on it with his verse. So
he did. I
mean,
that's you don't have to argue. That's a fact.
Yeah. You didn't hear the ops talk, which whatever. But
you can't rap when somebody loaned you a pen and it was still trash.
Yeah, but if you're looking for a vintage sound, I say check it out. But if if you're not trying to hear another version of Creepin with that, that Fuji sample, what was it, Ready or Not, kind of in the background. Actually, that was from Enya's Boadicia. But yeah, it's up to y'all if y'all want to check that out or not. Nothing I would run back to though.
I mean, if you're a fan of that type of music, you probably would love it.
Yeah.
Like for real.
But long story short, like I said, happy hour, like Miss LB was saying, happy hour with the Iceberg. But other than that, no. But let's talk about something dope though, man. Speaking of dope, Don is dope. Did this cover. Salute to Don is dope. That's our guy.
Don is dope.
If this song actually dropped on his birthday, happy birthday to Don is dope, man.
Happy birthday, bro.
Birthday, Don is
Happy
dope,
birthday.
Man. Come on, man.
Check out the interview that we did with Don is dope last year. If you haven't yet, we did it last summer. So yeah, check that out.
Don is dope. This cover, man, is for this song with Currency, our guy, and Jermaine Dupri. Legend. We just talked about him in the top CEOs, man. You got to respect this dude. This collaboration came about from Currency actually doing a song called Jermaine Dupri, giving it his flowers. So, of course, they had to get in there, actually doing an album, more than 10 tracks, DJ Scanless. Don't go over there and trip. It's an album. Right. So, the first single off of it is called Essence Fest. I love that joint. If you black, you know about Essence Fest. It's in New Orleans typically, and it's a dope little, NO. And it's always a dope concerts, dope performances. Food is crazy. So it's a bounce record. So it's something different from Jermaine Dupri and from Currency, because normally he's doing a Smokers joint. You know what I'm saying? J Kent, Bebo P the chat. If you heard the song, what you feeling? But J Kent, what you thinking on this record, man? Because this is a step out for Currency, doing something fast and bull. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely a step out for Currency. And it's funny too, man, because I know he was probably geeked off this, because he's always talked about how much respect that he's got for JD. Of course, like most of us do. I mean, if you grew up listening to hip hop, JD was a big part of that. Whether it was with Chris Kelly and what's the group? I don't know why.
Chris Cross,
Chris Cross, the Brad, all that.
Hey, and he smashed Janet Jackson.
Married her, he wiped that.
Yep, he did.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? But anyhow, this is definitely a, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to call it a different type of vibe for Currency, but I thought he did well on it though. For him to step outside of his comfort zone, and jump on this is probably something that he was like, I'm gonna go ahead and spend some time on this one, you know, on this JD joint.
Yeah, he went his Manny bag too a little bit.
You took it right from me, bro. I was just thinking that too. Yeah,
he did. Because this reminded me of the Currency when he was signed to Wayne, when he was on Cash Money back in the day. That was this Currency.
That's why you coming fresh out right here.
Yep.
This is the Essence. This was the Essence Currency. The joint is Essence Fest, but this was an Essence Currency. So I thought he did well, man. Because, I mean, to not hear this version of Currency in years, since like 2009, 2008, dope joint, though. I was feeling this one.
Dope joint.
I wish it would have dropped this like summertime, though. This is more of like a summertime
bop, you know what I'm saying?
Type bop.
Yeah.
I agree. Pyre saying JD fumble with the penny, though. Get that cake, get that yellow cake, get that brown cake. That's a caramel. Shoot. That's a caramel cake. Hold up now. That's a caramel joint. You know, go ahead, Bebo.
You would set me up right after saying that too. Oh man, but I mean, y'all said it best, man. Definitely a dope bounce track. It definitely has a Manny Fresh kind of groove and bounce to the beat.
It's sound New Orleans too.
Definitely sound. Yeah. Currency. Definitely stepping into something different that I think fits pretty well. Talking about, being papered out, parking 12 Rolls Royces on the parking lot, some female being who everyone wants, yet him being willing to pass by her house and leave her. She's not up at the front ready, and just, her being willing to do all kind of tricks, put put them other sounds, the sex sounds, Iceberg, because he talked about that when he said wanting to do all kind of tricks since he's rich. So, Oh, and telling her to buy him something if they smash, since there's enough simps tricking on the bras out there. So yeah, buy him something. But yeah, the production from Jermaine Dupri is definitely, upbeat, almost reminiscent of something you'd hear from the early kind of mid 2000s. And
this is really definitely, it's got
Manny
that
swag,
old
man.
Manny.
Manny fresh.
Swag, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a dope
Salute to both of them, man. I love the fact that they got together and doing a record, man. So it's bringing back that swag.
This is a good look. And shout out to Donna's Dope again. Salute.
Shout out to Donna's Dope for that cover.
For the artwork. Yeah.
Speaking of crazy, man, and bringing something back, man, we got to talk about that Coolio. The song is called Tag Your It. I kind of love it because it's bringing that old school Too Short back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He said, I ain't know it. He was talking about, I ain't know that lovey-dovey. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that joint. The Tag Your It.
Yeah.
Hip Hop Legends. And it was crazy. They shot a video for it already. You know what I'm saying? So it's already out. The visuals is crazy. Everybody's looking good, doing their thing. They had a couple little mids in there, man, with a couple little kind of like a little, and Bobby Brown, with the mouth model,
the slack jaw,
and that Muppet model.
Stop it.
Where'd you get them joints at?
You got any more of those razors? You got any more of those razors?
Stop it.
Hey, we got $5,000. Go down to the Blade, go get a couple chicks, man. We're gonna shoot this video.
Great.
Be running with the TV. Be running with the TV on the sidewalk like on Friday.
Hey, what y'all doing? Y'all didn't get in the video? Come in and get in the video.
There was some Felicia swag.
There was.
Definitely some Felicia swag.
It was.
Yeah.
And I'm in that new Coolio video. Mama, what you doing in there? I was down there boxing and they let me come in.
Right.
But shout out, the song is actually a little player song. It's one of them little joints, man. Tuesday night at the bar. You know what I'm saying? You get one of them ID Shirley Temple drinks, you know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on this record though, J Camp BOP?
Yeah. I was just about to say the same thing. This is definitely like juke joint. I can see, you know what I'm saying, definitely Cougar's gonna be feeling this one though. This is like a Cougar juke joint. $1 cranberry and vodka special.
Not that jip joint.
That's what this is, straight juke joint, hole in the wall.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where they're gonna do some type of shuffle. They're gonna do some type of dance on it.
Bow to the left, go to the right. Crisscross. That's a $2 Patron. That's $2 Patron night. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they come. That's what I said. Like $1 cranberry vodka, ladies get in free.
Right.
That's what this joint is. And really, the video kind of played to that.
Yeah, no, it did. Yeah, facts. Yeah,
the video played to that. This is a juke joint
Tyrone Bigham
special.
Yeah.
You got any more of them razors? Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
He's Tyrone.
It's gonna be a shorty named Diane who's gonna talk to all the fans.
with that Bieber mom haircut. You know what I'm saying? A little short boy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. She's gonna have the finger wave, the short. Might have a little gold tooth on the side.
Hey, baby, you know I'm single. Yeah. My husband's on death row.
Right. The one with the high butt. You're like, yeah, girl, that's that one.
Nah, J Camp. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, J Camp. Nah. Never again will you do that.
Oh my God.
High
I'm just trying to give people the vibe
was good.
of what this song
was
is.
Good.
You're gonna hear this played in the juke joint.
Facts.
Because Short's on it.
Yeah, facts.
Man.
Yeah. As soon as you hear that,
Oh
it's
yeah.
a game time, dog.
Right.
Salute that
YM.
What up?
YMT music. What's good?
YMT music.
But long story short, this is a little player joint. You know what I'm saying? When your aunties come down, when they make the macaroni and cheese for Thanksgiving, they're gonna play this in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the freaky ones, but yeah. I'm just saying.
The single aunt.
Yeah. What the hell?
With the puppy that. Bebo, what you think about this record though?
Same as what y'all said. I mean, Short Dog.
The high rump
man, yeah, you heard that. The
high booty on the back. Booty be on the back.
Right. Nah, but Short Dog he does what he does,
He does what he
rapping
does,
about
man.
being on that no wifey ish, running game, his sexual escapades, and even where's the fart sound, Iceberg, even honor for money and for the money shot, doing that for the money shot. That's what she doing, he said. He did say it. And then Coolio's on a similar vibe. He talks about letting her know she don't get no bag since she's only a smash. her being low income and low vibrational with food stamps and that TANF.
EBT swag.
Yeah, he's like, no,
Coolio is savage for that. That's why I said this is the juke joint anthem. I'm telling you.
It is a juke joint, and he said to find your real ones you could trust, since the aforementioned is kind of like full of drama and whatnot. And even DJ Wino got in on the mix and talking about a P Valley being so good it can put somebody in the pen, and her popping it took mad practice because it's so good, and like others haven't done the do run the do run with her. So decent single. Then definitely shout out to PIC
Max was
Entertainment.
Good, Max, what's going on?
Shout out to PIC Entertainment and what's good, Max.
So Virginia Slim.
Yeah,
joint.
Man, the Virginia. I'm not gonna ask where you've been spending your nights in the past J Camp. Nah. Antoine said low vibration. Yeah.
Right, they're low vibration.
Coolio didn't say those words, but you could tell that's what he's getting at with the reference. Talking about some TANF.
Man.
Oh,
BOP be changing them words up, but still be right on point. That's what the artist was thinking. Was definitely thinking that.
This is a fun record, like J Kim said. They're gonna make a little slide to the left, go to the back. They gonna make one of them joints.
Coolio still did his little silly thing too.
Though,
he was still a little silly, as he always is too. On the ground rapping with somebody on his back and all that type stuff. Just rest in peace to Coolio, man.
Yeah, great records, fun record, man. Salute.
Fun record.
We got to cut like maybe 4 records that came out this week that was really dope, man. We got to talk about the first one was our guy Jim Jones.
Yes,
Jim Jones, man.
Yes.
Dipset all day, man, and our guy, man. Come on, man. Hitmaker, man. Young Bird. You gotta respect. You gotta respect these dudes, man. This record to me, just the album cover, man. They were in front of. First of all, let's take the Phantom and the that Urus, man, and park it right in front of Prime 112.
Man,
anybody that knows me in Miami, that's my spot. Best steaks in the city. That's the album cover, man. So you already know what the music's about. Girls having fun, that Miami swag. I think it was a dope twist for Jim to kind of get back to his swag a little bit. He did that song with Trey Songz, that Summer in Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is kind of going back to that joint, man. But J.K., what you think about this, man? I know you. That's your anthem, dog. What you thinking?
No, I thought this was solid. I thought this was a pretty good album. I was pleasantly surprised because I was thinking this is gonna be mid. When I first seen this was dropping, I was like, oh, Jones and Hitmaker, this is about to be mid. Not that I think that Hitmaker is a mid producer, just more so I didn't have faith that Jones is gonna put this one together. But this was good, man. This is probably the second time that I've been surprised by somebody who I didn't think was going to have anything worthy of listening to. Just like our guy that was with 50. Just what was his name? BBOP. We just reviewed his album. The dude that was with 50 and them.
Tony Yayo.
Yeah. We sure did.
Yayo surprised me, and Jones has surprised me. Those are two decent projects, man, that I gotta salute to.
Oh, wow.
It's worth a listen. It really is.
Oh, it is.
This is worth a listen. This is a good project. It really is.
Yeah, you're right, bro. I think Jim Jones even started off his verse on that Let It Go tracks that had Tink and Ball Greasy saying that they said he fell off, so he got to get back in his bag. And in his bag, he got with Back in My Prime. I mean, that gunshot track, I think that's the first song on there. Instantly, I'm thinking about the samples for some reason because they just stood right out there. Brother Lynch
Great.
Young's 24 Deep or Southside Movement, and KRS's One Step Into a World, and Peace to Beam because they gave it that, it still had that Caribbean Haitian vibe to it a little bit too. F you better. For those who know, it's that rub from that LL Cool J song "Love You Better." Swaggy Fly, like Iceberg was saying. I think maybe Status is arguably the hardest or one of the hardest joints on there.
I agree with that.
And there was one part where he referenced him and Cameron's relationship and that they're not as tight as they once were, though it's all love. It's just like a high and by situation in which, Jim Jones thought it was once a ride or die situation. And now it's just touch and go. But
that's
what
Hitmaker does, though. That's what Hitmaker does. Man saying basically it's an album remix. That's what Hitmaker does. He literally has access to every sample ever made. He's got the green light from what's the label that be getting the insurance when everybody dies?
Atlantic.
He's the VP of Atlantic. It's a good look for Jim Jones to just go there, do something with him, because you can open up the catalog with him. So
it's just 8 songs. It's just 8 songs, so it's not going to be too much. But I mean, very high quality.
It is recycling, Antoine. And to Fab's question, is this like replay worthy, or if does it have value on any type of replay?
I think so. I think it might.
It does, but
it depends on what. All these songs we've been talking about is where you at. Like that song with Coolio's "Where You At." Right. So this ain't always headphone boom bap songs. This is you out with your girl joint.
Right.
I may not go back to it more than twice, Fab. I put it that way. Like, because I'm gonna keep it pushing. Because by the time I replay this, something else gonna drop, and I'm gonna keep it pushing.
Right. Right. I'll say this along with what you guys said. I know Iceberg, you said it kind of has that swaggy Miami type of groove to it. But also, if you're a Tory Lanez fan of, or at least of some of his music, then I think you'll like this. If you like some of what Tory Lanez does,
it's got that vibe.
Yeah,
this is white linen shorts, white linen shirt, and some sandals on the beach, and then you got your little coconut with a straw in it. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind
toes
of
in his hand.
And that's not everyday swag, you know what I'm saying? That's the weekend. Okay, old girl and her friends out here. Let me play some of that Jim Jones and boo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you gotta have. I can't put on Nas for everything. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Jim Jones for switching.
Yeah.
And again, I thought his career was down the toilet. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said I was shocked.
He actually surprised me a little bit.
Yeah, Jim Jones have been cooking a little bit because he put out something with DJ Drama last year. Even so, this ain't like a out of nowhere after several years situation. So that's dope. And like you guys said, salute to Jim Jones and salute to Hitmaker for this one.
Man saying I can't listen to an album I can't play weeks, months, and years later and still like it. It's just me. No, I feel you. I'm like that on some records, man.
I feel you too, man. On that.
Right. Yeah. So
Power 700 said, or Fab's summertime shootouts and soul tape
those
series.
dope series too.
Absolutely.
Dope series.
Yeah.
We don't talk about a lot of R&B, man. We got to talk about 2 R&B cats, man. And just get your thoughts on this real quick. We're just going to go real quick because I just want to talk about it. He's not our guy, but we're going to talk about August Alsina.
You the worst.
Dude, this right here, dog. The Easter egg. And look, wait a second. Wait. The way Iceberg swear he think he's slick. You see where he's at compared to where Jada is, right?
And
Jada in the back seat.
And look what's to the right. Look what's to the right of Alsina.
Jada right there.
That old William.
Yeah. The William too.
That Bill Smith. Right.
Yeah. That Bill is there too.
That boy crying up in there. August Alsina, man. Mr. Entanglement himself just dropped an album called Myself, because that's all that's listen to this album, in my opinion, is himself. This sound like when Kevin Gates came out in 2008, 2012.
Oh,
Straight
shit.
butt cheeks. And this is the thing. Algus Alsina can actually halfway sing. The problem, I think, is he's in there by himself. Literally, that's the name of the album. Sorry. By myself. And it sounds like these are old records, man. Like, these can't be new records. And then, let's be clear, he's been dropped from his label.
And Dusty J.
So, I think this is basically like, this is hush money that he spent.
Uh-oh. Here you go making another 45 reference about that Stormy Dan Hush Money.
Yes.
Money.
Stormy
Here you go,
horse
Iceberg.
face. This is some Stormy
Face,
Stormy
dog.
Davis horse face. You know what I'm saying?
He
Get
did
your
say
ass out of
Stormy
here.
Horse Daniels, dog. He did say that.
Stormy horse face.
Nah.
This album is a weed plate. I mean,
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
off the dribble, dog. I mean, off the first record, it's straight sniffs.
That weed plate, though.
J. Kemp, just what's your thoughts on this, man? And then again, like I said, we're not knocking no black man. Get your money. But again, this dude is talented enough to not just lay on somebody's bed and get paid to be a gigolo.
Who's bed
Go
you
back
talking
in the
about?
booth.
Huh?
You know, Will ain't hitting it. You know, I'm talking about him.
Yeah, I thought y'all was asking whose bed you talking about, huh?
It could be Sus Diddy right now.
Oh, shoot.
Stop it.
Oh, shoot.
So long story short,
P. Diddy.
long story short, man, this dude has talent, man. But J. Kemp, what was your thoughts on listening to this?
Miss LB.
Man, I mean, just like you said, this is butt crack, butt cheek. This is terrible, man. It's like Westbrook on any team right now. You know you're gonna get six or seven turnovers.
Hey, hit that Will Smith to Chris Rock smack. That slap.
I mean, 3 for 15 from the field. That's basically what this album is. It's like a 3 for 15 from the field, 6 turnovers, and you like a minus 15.
Right. Like Shaq.
The analytics got you at minus 15. Every time you come into the game, the team damn near drops off 15 points immediately. That's what this is.
Antoine just noticing the Easter egg iceberg split in there too, guy.
Yeah, but you basically said it all, Iceberg. I mean, there's nothing else for me to add, but this was a whack album. It really was. Like you said, it sounded like definitely something from like he did when he first came out.
This sounded like when Trey Songz first came out and he had all them like Hitmaka beats and like some like that kind of bull. Like it's trash. And the dude can sing.
Yep. Yeah, but this is garbage though. This ain't worth anybody's time at all.
I think a lot of people agree. You know, this album, I wouldn't be surprised if he was banking on the Chris Rock comedy special to help propel this album, like the initial Entanglement did for whatever album it was. Was it what was that album? See, it just goes to show I can't even remember it. Product 3. Because when that Entanglement situation happened, that Product 3 reached about 48 on the Billboard 200 joint. And maybe he was banking on that Chris Rock special to do something similar. And it's just crickets with this album myself. I don't know if it's a all the way bad album. I would maybe say mid at best,
bro.
It's probably mid at best. Like,
you're giving it way more credibility.
Well,
than
he
what
can
me and
sing
Iceberg.
though. He can sing. It's just not there. It's not there. He might have a track or two from what I've heard. I don't know.
I mean,
I can't think.
Mariah Carey can sing too, but she put out that glitter that was just horrible.
Never
just because you can sing.
That's true. Never that glitter. Nah. No, dog.
Glitter. She was trash on that joint. Glitter. We're gonna make you a star. You're gonna have a soundtrack and do the movie yourself, Mariah.
It was basically this August Alsina joint.
Antoine said glitter was trash.
Let me ask y'all this then. Let me ask y'all this. Do you feel that August Alsina has much of an R&B career moving forward?
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Camp?
This thing, Hit Boy couldn't bring his dude back.
Oh boy.
And well, hold on, before you go in, J Camp, Kevin Gates went to prison, came out, lost the weight, revitalized his career, and didn't go back to any of that crap he was doing in 08, 2012. He created new music, new sound, put that little Dante Culpepper, a little feather in his hat. What's not Dante Culpepper? Who's that dude? The quarterback from Superman. What's my guy, man? Come on, man. Play for the Patriots.
No.
He put that feather in his cap like, dude.
No.
And then he revitalizes Bull, man. You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't August Alsina, like, okay, anytime they say Will Smith, you should drop a single. It's guaranteed money. You know what I'm saying? It's guaranteed money that you can make money off of basically piggybacking off
for
of
August.
See, so basically, this is what Miss
August.
LB is saying. You want this man to make money off being messy. It's basically what you're saying.
So, I mean, but you can do that.
That's only gonna
much.
last for so long, though.
Ray J did the same thing. Anytime they said something about Kim Kardashian and Kanye, he would literally just like come back out. Dude, you know what I'm saying?
He also had a contract though too with them.
Facts.
On that tape.
Yeah. But
So
you would think
good.
though this dude is more talented than Ray J as far as singing and Bull. That I wish he was horrible. Remember that when he did that? If I could have one wish with that, when he was holding that baby and Bull.
Right. He sounded like nights like this.
I wish
they had to do his
angels
notes
would
for him.
fall.
Bobby Valentino and them can't sing either, but they had to do his notes for him.
You gonna go there, J Camp?
Oh,
That's messy right there.
That is messy.
Bobby Valentino vocals in here.
Somebody else had to do something else for him too.
But long story short, man, August Alsina, to me, he could have been a big star. He could still do whatever. I think this is hush money. This is another thing too. Who do you think paid for this album? Let's stop the cap. Who do you think paid for it?
We waiting, J Camp.
You know who paid for this album. Here, go. Here's some music. Here's some money. Make some music and get out of here.
You trying to say that old Al Qaeda Jada?
Yeah, you know Jada in the back. You know Jada in the back going, yeah.
The other Al Qaeda Jada.
Yeah, man. This was hot garbage though. Real talk. Good luck, August. He what's that dude that played for LeBron that's now crazy, that smashed his mom and boo?
You talking about the redhead dude?
Yeah.
Man.
Whatever. He's that at R&B, man. You know what I'm saying?
Delonte West.
He's Delonte West.
Stop it.
Delonte West of R&B. Trying to on the side of the road, trying to sell pickles and oranges and boo. Yeah. Yeah, man.
What's that kind of combination with those pickles and oranges, dog? Get your tail out of here. Got the pickles and oranges out here for you. They right. They right and everything.
Al Qaeda Jada, man. Yeah.
Entanglement special.
Yeah. Real talk, man. He, like I said, man, the best thing he can do is OnlyFans right now, man. Get out of here with that dude. You know what I'm saying? Just smash a whole bunch of leftover chicks like Tiger's chick, man, the Black China.
Now he might get one.
You know what I'm saying?
He might get
or
Valentino to
celebrity boxing with like bad people, but leftover.
And didn't Black China get rid of some of her?
She got rid of them
cakes and face.
Yeah. So now she looking like that dude off Batman and bull, Clayface and bull. Like, yeah. She like Clayface when building. So anyway, get out of here, man.
Oh man. Antoine said the Power 700. It was more than that. The whole album and movie was a misstep. She was trying to make her version of Purple Rain. Purple rain.
Come on.
Purple rain.
Your voice cracked.
Well, yeah, that's worse than the light skin seal.
At the very first octave that you try to hit, your voice cracked. Get out of here with that.
Ostrich Jada though. We 700 Club.
Man. But this thing, speaking of somebody who does have some good R&B, man, and I've been rocking with him, man, since day one, man. I got Blxst, man. Salute to Blxst in the building. LA, man. To me, I've always said, man, he's like an R&B Kendrick Lamar, man. Dude makes his own beats, produces, raps, sings, dude's dope. He's got an EP. This is under DJ Scandalous' criteria for EP. That's why I put EP in the title. It's called Just for Clarity 2. I think he's trying to get out of his deal. That's why he's dropping these EPs. He's got Larry June, Roddy Ricch, Mustard. What's your thoughts on Blxst, man, just real quick? And because he's like a hybrid. He can rap, he can sing. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's kind of like a Where I Want to Be. What's that dude? Donnell Jones. Yeah. Kind of like that swag. You know what I mean? That kind of swag.
You would never get Blxst at Donnell Jones.
But right.
Stop it. Yeah, but Blxst is definitely talented. I've been a Blxst fan ever since that album he had with or that mixtape he had with Nipsey.
Oh yeah.
That was
flame.
He killed that whole project, man. Ever since then, I feel like Blxst has been on the roll.
Fact.
I know he
was on a Nas record. He was on that KD too.
Yep. He's been heavily involved with a lot of his own visuals too. So not only just the beats, but the visuals too. So this dude is like a true artist. I mean, he's a true content creator, which is one of the biggest things I respect about him too. But the album is solid though. I thought Roddy Ricch came with it on here. June being June. Actually, that June joint was just straight West Coast, man. It's smooth.
Yep.
Mustard had he brought it on here too, man. So, way better than the August. Like I wouldn't even put this in August in the same. That they wouldn't be on the same plane. No. August would be on that soul plane, and this dude is definitely first class on Delta.
Yeah,
absolutely. Hey,
thing, I was gonna put them on the same slide, and I was like, man, I can't disrespect Blxst like that.
No, you can't do that. Yeah, you're right.
And like I said, and man, no disrespect, like Donnell Jones is just a smooth cat, so that's why we're comparing Blxst to a Donnell Jones. Just if you never heard Blxst, he's just smooth, got dope records, man. TikTok anthems. He's got platinum plaques, man. And again, he's independent per se because he's on Red Bull Records and not really technically in the industry. So, the soul plane, man.
Right.
Bebo, what you think about this Blxst EP real quick?
I like it, man. I like pretty much everything that I've heard Blxst put out project-wise. Ghetto Cinderella, man, is like the best song to set this 4-track album off. Right. It's about that chick that he's making his main throughout the situation, though he clearly has other options, and that his toxic life is fun for them both. That joint Passionate, that's another smooth and swaggy joint with the, like Iceberg said, Roddy Ricch on his Rari talk with he and his biddy not liking to drive it fast, putting on for the city, proclaiming that his son ain't gonna be a bastard, and his fam seeing how drippy he looks, talking about Roddy. And then Blxst reminding us he got it out the mud with the suicide doors and the presidential tint on the whip, and then just really what else he say? That being around certain people just to chop it up, can have a hindrance on one's momentum if you're not careful, basically. That Call My Bluff, there's like obviously some type of relationship tension on that one, but still a dope one. And that last one that y'all was talking about with Larry June, just that braggadocious West Coast swaggy joint, talking about the grind of the results of success that follows having the girl continuously just hitting you up and all that. And, Larry, similar vibe, after being done wrong by his biddy, and he moved on to another chick or whatever. But all in all, dope 4-song project to check out if you're a Blxst fan. Definitely a dope project.
You know, like I said, salute to Blxst, man. Again, and that TikTok joint was girl, you chosen, you chosen, wide open. Every girl was doing that challenge, man, a year ago, man. That was his record, man. So, but salute to Blxst on the joint. We gotta talk about a classic cat, man. Again, if you understand what we do at Fresh Out, man, nobody does it better than us. J Can't, Bebo P, Stop the Cap. Look at us on all your social platforms, man. You know how we do, man. Fresh Out Hip Hop is always the tagline. Go check it out. But tonight's show is sponsored by Drizzly. Go get your Casamigos, get your drink. Respectfully, get, you know,
And in moderation.
And it's responsibly. Get all your drinks over there, man. Sorry I put that on J Kim's head top. If you haven't got your order, go freshout.com, get your joint. And of course, man, go to Facebook Hip Hop, Fresh Out Hip Hop, man. Go over there and get right with us, man.
All day.
We gotta talk about this Cappadonna joint, man.
Cappadonna.
Mamacita.
Cappadonna.
Hey, man, Wu coming back harder than some of these younger cats. Man. Stop the cat.
There are.
Hey, man, Cappadonna just dropped this new one, this African Killer Beez with Shaka Amazulu. This is 7 joint, man. Real dope. Cover's crazy. You got to salute the Cappadonna, man. That's our guy. We got to get you on the platform, my G. And that leather's looking, it's leathering, man. Salute to that, whoever your stylist is on that coat. J. Kim, what's your thoughts on this album, man? This African Killer Beez.
I'm actually let Bebo go in on this first.
Nah, hey, this is a.
I'm gonna give Bebo the. No, I'm gonna give Bebo P the honors. Good night, Miss Lisa.
Hey, appreciate you, Miss Lisa, for rocking with us as well as everybody else. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't, and all that good stuff. We always appreciate y'all. But no, Cappadonna did his thing on here as well as Amazulu, the 7th. You know what I'm saying? It's just a dope album, man. It's really dope to see. Shaka Amazulu. Shaka Amazulu. I meant to say Shaka Amazulu. Imperial said Cap got the worst album cover ever made. Wow.
I like the cover, man. It got the little army little joint. Got the little
I ain't mad at it either. I ain't mad at the album cover.
Not that Black Tarzan.
The cover is hilarious, though.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
Wow, never on that first Predator.
Right, never that Arnold though.
Never that Arnold, dog.
Get to the chopper.
No, but this was.
He's saying not that cover.
He was talking to Bill Duke. When he was talking to Bill Duke.
He said, He talking about his last cover. Yeah, that last cover. Okay, I got you.
That ain't no man.
The Black Tarzan cover to work. We got you.
Tarzan, got you,
Cuzzo. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you weren't talking about Kappa. Yeah, but this is a dope situation between Cappadonna and Shaka Amazulu the 7th.
Facts. Man. Little C's got the worst album cover.
Oh, yeah, I might have to agree with that. Might be,
Lil C's got the worst one, man.
Yeah, but that Angry Gas, man, I think it sets the project off real right in that Cappadonna in your face rhyme style, hype energy with the guest on there, Dub Sonata as well throughout the entirety of the track. And in that same energy that I was just talking about from Cappadonna, that's all throughout this album. Guns Bang, that's another track that kind of gave me a Ghostface Killa type of approach, vocally, which is dope. Come Back to Reality, that's one of those real-ish joints where he talks about like the struggle of having just bills stacking up, mom still in the projects, feds hitting the mansion, GUN shells just ringing out and about, Sing visions and so forth through the first half, where the latter half, you got Thea Van, singing throughout the latter, with that old school vintage type of sound. And Dream, that might arguably be the most standout track, and namely with this production, along with Cap and the features, man. It's talking about, and it's dope too, because each person on that one spit about something different. Kappa was just spitting about his escapades of smashing, this and that chick, Solomon Childs. He took a different angle of showcasing his love to his newborn baby girl, to the point of refraining from refraining from mistreating, females he would hook up with and deal with, and just being done with the street life. And then Trife just spitting about, going from fighting on class trips to flying first class and still holding the Glock grip and, the scheme life. And you already, just to go ahead and the iceberg, I'll land the plane. You already know what it's going to be when you have a Wu-Tang Clan type of track, because that last one had, of course, Kappa, but it also had Deck and Master Killa. And I think the song was called Yasaki, which, by the way, man, Inspector Deck,
that's
man.
That, Yasuki or something
Yasuki
like that.
or Yasaki, however it's pronounced, man. Rebel Lioness, man, just his pin game and flow is just forever lethal. And it's just darts, yeah. And it's refreshing to hear Master Killa again, since it's been a while for me hearing him on wax. And of course, Kappa just did his thing. This is definitely one you got to check out if you need your Wu-Tang feel. It focuses on like the Wu-Tang like affiliates, but it doesn't take away from the fact that this is a Cappadonna album. And
agree with that, man. Master Killa got some albums, boy.
He's actually got some of the best albums from the Wu-Tang Clan. Solo wise, yeah, absolutely.
I definitely agree with that. Nah, BBOP, you hit the nail on the head, man. I think it's hilarious though how Cappadonna is always able to flip the Wu name into a track. With that zombie Wu apocalypse. He's always able to do. He does it on every single one of the albums, man.
Yeah, he does.
I know there's like 2 versions of this album because one of them has like some bonus tracks on it.
I've seen it too.
The Supreme Mathematics and Wu Mansion are like the 2 bonus joints that's on that album, man. But you hit it right on the nail of the head, man. I mean, that Done on Real Time, that Dirt joint.
Oh yeah, that one too. Darts. Absolutely. And y'all are right about Master Killa's 2 albums too. No
Just
Said
Darts,
Date,
man. That Guns Bang, Since I've Been Gone, Jungle Justice. Like, man, that dude was just
building.
Appreciate you.
He's just going, man. But salute to Shaka Amazulu and and Cappadonna, man. For
great matchup
for crafting this one, man. Like Cappadonna always does. Even the last album that he had with Stu Bangers was crazy too.
Yeah,
I think we reviewed that one as well.
Yeah, you guys did. I was at the Third Chamber joint.
Yeah, that was like back in like October of 2022, I believe, when that dropped, man. So Cappadonna's been on the good roll here lately.
Yeah, he has.
He's been on the real good roll here lately. But
I think Shaka,
you get your Wu feel on this.
Definitely Wu feel. This is I just thought of this too as J Camp was talking. Shaka Amazulu the 7th could have arguably produced a track or 2 similar to how Inspector Deck did for that Wu-Tang Forever double CD. His production is pretty good and fitting, in a Wu-Tang Clan style with like great quality sound. So shout out to Cappadonna though, man, for this one as well as Shaka
Cappadonna. That's our guy, man. We got to get you on the platform. This project is dope.
Dang. Rock with us,
I think Dub Sonata also got some production credits on this joint too. I think he did that Abelia Assassinus.
Oh yeah.
I think that was Dub Sonata.
Gotcha.
He got some.
Frank in the building, man. What's going down?
Wizard said, "Dang, looks like I caught the back end." Yep, it's all good. That's all good.
It's all good, Frank. It's all good, man.
Welcome anyway. You ain't never too late.
Appreciate you jumping in, man.
Actually, man, you on the last record with us, man, and it's a doozy, man. Shout out to our guy Talib, you know what I'm saying, and our guy Madlib. Talib Kweli and Madlib. We weren't gonna put this on the list at first because you can't get this on any streaming platform. You have to go over to their website and go cop it. Liberation 2, this is a continuation of their 2007 album that they did together. This was heavy though, man. I know if you guys haven't heard it, what's just your thoughts on them collaborating together, and should people do more drops like this where it's not accessible the first 2 weeks? Because I think they're going to just keep it on here for a week or a month or so and then slowly put it out. What you guys' thoughts on this though?
I think it's dope. I think it's dope for Madlib.
Well, hold on. Before you go in, it's $35.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Iceberg.
I do like the album, Bebo,
Okay.
but I like the first one a little bit better.
The first Liberation.
Yeah, to be honest, I was slightly disappointed a little bit with some of Madlib's production. Not
Oh,
to say it
okay.
was bad, not to say it was bad by any stretch, but I've heard better. Like his production on that Black Star was almost flawless. You know what I'm saying? But I felt this was like a step. I don't know. I don't know if I can find the right words though. Like I said, it's a good album, but I think it could have been better if Madlib was better. In my personal opinion. But I do think the album is good though. It's good.
So what about the album? What would you say are some of the highlights, and what do you feel like could have been better? Just the overall production, or just like certain approaches in the way Talib, went about certain songs?
Overall production, and I rarely would say that about Madlib. Would rarely say that about Madlib, but I do think he could have been better.
But this thing, do you think this is
to give a critique?
Do you think this is Madlib, or you think Talib just picked the wrong beat?
You know what? Good point. He could have picked the wrong beats. That's a very good point. Very good point.
Yeah, give me that hot garbage. Give me that hot pickle.
So yeah, I mean, it didn't. Now I would say this though, Bebo P.
Okay.
If Most was on some of these tracks, I would have thought differently of the production, because sometimes the artist too can make the production stand out. Yeah. So maybe to take a step back,
Talib sounds good on certain beats too. Let's be clear, he don't sound good on everything.
To take a step back, there was a couple of tracks like one for Beez. I was like, Talib could came a little better on that one. You know what I'm saying? Still bringing it.
Is it worth?
Still bringing it.
Gotcha. And Fab D, before I ask this question, Fab D said, so is this equivalent to buying pay-per-view? Fab D is usually not the sales look. He's usually not the sales look at the numbers guy, but he's curious how this will work out.
They did the same thing on the Black Star, the new Black Star album. So
their hardcore, diehard fans are getting it. Okay. Well, they wanted it. They wanted it raw though. Imperial Stats.
Right. Yeah.
They wanted it. They wanted it basement. They wanted it as raw can be.
Purposely, yeah.
That's the same thing that what's the name went for too. Lupe did the same
on that
thing.
Last album, yeah. He just recorded it on a $200 mic.
Yeah, he wanted his to be raw.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, J Camp, as well. Do you believe that with the critique that you just gave this album off a preliminary listen, do you believe that this album is worth a $35 purchase?
I'll say yeah.
Okay.
Well, typically the $35 is not for the album. Normally, it's just to support the artist. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, sure.
So this is good hip hop, man. I mean, at the end of the day, this album is good hip hop. My critique is purely based on what I feel can be better.
Okay.
When I look at these two, producer and rapper, these are very small critiques. Like, it's not something that I'll be like, hey man, don't cop this album. Nah. I just felt like certain tracks on here, I felt okay. Comparing it to the first Liberation, that's why I'm like, okay, because the first Liberation to me was pretty flawless. That was like a flawless victory to me.
Okay.
This has just a few holes that I can pick, but again, it's a dope album. It's one of the best albums that came out this year.
Okay, so it goes on J Camp's top 5 of 2023 so far. Maybe?
Yeah, probably my top 5 of 2023 so far.
Okay, so far. Okay, per the date of this recording. Darren Harris says, sorry guys, he knows 100 websites you can go to and get. Oh, wow.
He put that qualifier. I'm not condoning.
All right, but I'm not condoning anyone.
I'm not condoning you. You be a thief. He said, but just throwing it out there. Now,
I'm not saying I know any torrents or anything. Elementary, my dear J Camp.
Appreciate that, Darren. Throwing it out there for the Fresh Out family, man. Like, hey, I'm not saying.
Not pointing any elbows or nothing like that.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the website, my brother?
All right.
With that wink, look, everybody DMing, everybody DMing Darren now.
D Harris, what's the website?
Give me that website, brother.
I'm sorry,
Brother.
You got to get
Brother. Right.
Brother. Give me the website.
Hulk Hogan, we gonna get you, my nigga.
Right.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
Someone's Booker T.
Right.
Shout out to
but I mean,
Booker, man.
it's definitely got some standout joints though. The Nat Turner was a problem. Wild Beauty, best year ever. I mean, look, it's
look
got,
at Messi, look at Messi,
some,
Miss LB, dog.
right.
Hit me with that website.
Please and thank you.
You can hit her in her DM.
Before I get hit with the police.
Nah, I've heard.
Darren's over there like. Cause we know Iceberg is snitch. He'll give you an IP address and everything.
Hey, these guys are pirating music.
Oh
they're
my God.
pirating. No.
And I don't mean
man.
maybe.
Antoine saying, give me that pass.
Pass it around.
Give me that pass, cuz I need that. Cause I'm trying to say $35.
Look.
Man.
What you really talking about around here when you say pass it around?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Dog, come on. But anyway, J Camp, man, what's the final thoughts that on the album that people are gonna basically pirate after the show?
Nah, it's to me it's worth it. If you're gonna pirate it, go ahead and download your VPNs now and go
Fresh
ahead
out does
and
not
scoop
condone piracy.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
But man, salute to
Nene was
salute
good.
to Lib though. This
Nene was good. Yeah, and salute to Talib.
the album is
Salute to
flame.
Madlib.
Like I said, I just had to throw just a couple of critiques in because I'm a fan of both Madlib and Talib, so I want to make sure you know I do my due diligence and say there's a couple things in there. I was like, okay, y'all could have done a little bit better on this, but
Scott, what's good? What's going on?
like Iceberg says, sometimes the MC be picking them beats, so
Yeah,
can't put it all on Madlib.
Yeah, can't put on Madlib.
So
sure. But yeah, like you said, salute to Talib and Madlib for another collaborative situation. It's really dope just to see Madlib working with the Black Star Collective, whether it's these two, you know, and Yassine Bey and Talib, or for something like this where Madlib's producing an entire solo project of Liberation 2, which I think, didn't we just talk about late last year that Madlib was producing a project for Planet Asia? Wasn't that him?
mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Looking forward to that too. Yeah, Imperial Stats said, yeah, $35. They only want ballers on that. They only big balling, baby. You got to be big balling to get that, I guess, is what Imperial Stats is talking about.
Only Bebo P can cop.
Again, like I said, shout out to them and any artists that doing that thing, man. We want to definitely support them, man.
Always. Yeah. All jokes aside, yeah, we definitely want to support.
We want to support them, man. But
salute.
Darren Harris sent that link though. But long story short, we've been here for 2 hours, man. We gave you that $2 holler. Again, man, if you like what J Camp BOP did tonight, man, working hard for that bread. Throw some in that collection plate. Or just hit the like, subscribe. Yeah, throw some D's on it. Or just go support us, man. Likes, comment, subscribe. Go to the Facebook page, man. Hit our secret Hip Hop Junkies, man. Facebook, Fresh Out Hip Hop Junkies. Join the group, man. Carmen, Nightmare, Miss LB be holding it down over there. We slowly getting up in there too. We've been busy. We're gonna be up in there holding it down too. J Camp, take us home though, man, for this Saturday night, man. Exclusive Fresh Out.
Exclusive Fresh Out, man. We just want to salute to the chat as always. You know, salute to Power, Darren, Antoine, Miss LB, Mama Bear, Miss Lisa, everybody. Touch for stopping through. He's a day oneer. Aaron Ford,
Devon,
everybody, Devon, man, we salute.
TJ's Fab
and appreciate all y'all, man. This is
Always
this fresh
appreciate y'all.
hip hop family is Metro booming. The business is Metro booming right now, man. So we appreciate your love and your support, though, man. Absolutely. Fab, we salute you too, my brother.
Come on, man.
We salute all y'all.
Salute Fab D in the building.
Absolutely.
Hey, Fab, we need to hear some beats too, man. We need send us some beats. Come on now. I know you got the beat machine over there. Yeah, not that good burger too.
Man. That's all right there. We appreciate y'all, like J Camp said. Peace to the Podfather, peace to y'all. Shout out to TBS Les. I mean, just so many people to show love. Always Godfather swags, Podfather swags. So and rest in peace to Lance Riddick. He just recently passed on.
R.I.P. Lance, man.
You know, yeah.
That's my Wire guy, man.
Yeah, he definitely played the police commissioner in The Wire, who turned defense lawyer. I think his name was Cedric in that on The Wire. Cedric Harris. Yeah, 5 seasons of The Wire. New movie that's just out now, John Wick 4. He plays
he was in that lawyer. He was in that little light red-skinned ginger lawyer.
Yep. You know after she was with that what cop was
Bushy
that?
Top.
Yeah, Bushy Top cop. Yeah, but John Wick 4 though too. The Cat Sharon, who's the concierge of the Continental. Definitely a dope actor who was also
Lieutenant Daniels.
Yep. Lieutenant Daniels. I mean, just so many roles since the mid-90s he's played. Salute to that cat, and rest well. He was talented in acting and music as well to some degree, since he got a degree in music. But
salute to Michael Williams in the building.
Michael Williams. Appreciate you. Michael Williams said Nas has outstanding albums in 4 different decades: the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and the 2020s. Multiple
like
great
Vince Carter.
Right, with multiple great albums in the 20s at that, and we're only 2 years in. We salute and appreciate you, Michael Williams, for your contribution as well as your statement. Shout out to y'all. Yep, sponsor of the night. Hey, we appreciate y'all. Much love. Catch us this coming Wednesday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Appreciate you, brothers, here at the panel, you know, as always. And, you know, continue to stay safe out there as best as can be. God bless you. And Iceberg, take us home, brother.
Man, hit him with the Russell Simmons, Bebo P.
Thank you. God bless you. Good night.
right.
Man,
wasn't New York Undercover and Law and Order. He was in a lot.
He was an OG, man. Like I said,
Nanny.
shout out to Lance, man. He's always been a solid dude, man, on any show that he's on, man. So salute to him, man. Salute to The Wire. If you haven't watched The Wire, man, go
one
check
of the
it
best.
Out, man. One of the best.
He was actually, there was probably like 3 like extremely great like series of that nature. It was The Wire, in no particular order: The Wire, Oz, and Game of Thrones, and not just solely those, but like for out of those 3 that I'm thinking of right now, he acted in 2 of them, so his resume is pretty solid. So Darren Harris talking about Miss LB, leave email in the chat. We have no idea why that's being asked. Reddit,
right?
Yeah. But like I said, hey, shout out again to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all held it down tonight, man. Salute
J
Camp. Bebo P, LB, the Podfather,
we
man.
can't do Fresh Out without y'all. There is no Fresh Out without y'all.
Hey, we'll see you guys Wednesday, 9:30 Eastern. And hey, man, just be safe until then. Again, watch the consumption of the liquor. And just be safe, man. Again, Fresh Out, man. Great show, man. Appreciate y'all. D Harris hit us with that link, though. We out, man.
Fresh Out does not condone pirating.
Peace.
Peace. I take this chance to apologize. Absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World's Most Dangerous Podcast.
Bebo P's in the building. What's good?
It was going bar for bar with
Shouts out to the fans, man.
Let's get it.
It's good.
Hondo up in this piece.